Well, it's been another return. Michael Phelps returned actually at this very event last spring, and now suffering a self-imposed absence, including 6-month suspension. Michael Phelps talking yesterday, really the first time around he's talked mass to the press and referenced his training. You talked about it at the very beginning of our show tonight. He says he's training like he did. I'm saying past tense, 5-6 years ago.
I think he opened up a lot at that press conference as well. Talked a little bit about his personal life. He's gotten engaged, and I think a lot of things have changed for him over these last 6 months.
All right, in this 100 fly final, Marcus Schlesinger, Grand Canyon Aquatics here in Arizona, comes out of lane 1. Lane 2 is Matthew Josa, unattached swimmer right now, coached by David Marsh. Josa swimming out of lane 2. And swimming in lane 3, it is Ryan Lochte. His second appearance tonight. Lochte was 5th last summer in this race, the 100 fly in the Summer National Championship. Michael Phelps, the 52.92. Was his prelim swim, #1 qualifying time, so he'll be in lane 4. Tim Phillips swam Mac Carolina. He placed 3rd in this race at the Summer Nationals last year, so another swimmer to watch. But here's the man who won the national championship last summer. So with all the Phelps and Lochte focus, it's natural. Tom Shields swam at the University of California, still trains there. Won the national title. Alexandru Coci is in lane 7, Phoenix Swim Club. And Eugene Gotzo, the veteran Stanford swimmer, comes in lane 8.
And Ryan Lochte swam the 200 freestyle earlier. That might have taken the edge off a little bit here in the 100 fly. Certainly Phelps will be the big favorite. Phelps did beat Shields last summer, like you said, but only, Shields did beat Phelps, but only by 1/100th of a second. I think Phelps has really looked fit here in Mesa, a lot more fit than he did a year ago when he made his comeback. He's looked sharp in practice. Had that long 4 or 5 weeks at altitude training back in February. Doesn't still have that great speed to get out, but this is exactly what he did in the prelims. He hit his wall there much better than he did in the prelims, and that's what he talked about. He wanted to hit his wall on this 50. Well, he can't complain about that. That was just about perfect coming into that turn.
That was 4/10 faster, 24/7 going out for Phelps than this morning.
I think if he's 52 low, 51 high, I think that's a good swim. I'm not sure if that's going to make him happy, but it's going to be good enough to be pretty good.
He's going to win it. Michael Phelps back in the pool and takes the 100 fly and takes it by a fairly good measure, 52.38. He wins it by over 7/10. 52.38 as a time not in the top 10 of the world this year, Rowdy. So where do you think that flight?
It's about where I thought he'd be.
Okay.
I mean, it really is. I said after his prelim time he'd go 52 low, maybe 51 high. I thought maybe he had a chance to break 52. He had a good turn. I mean, there's no complaining about the turn, but here's Phelps right there. Watch when he comes off that block. Again, he doesn't have that great strength as far as coming off the block, and I thought he was a little low on his hips as they dropped just a touch. He didn't come up very good, but again, he's just so good at building the race, you know, building into this 50. You see that perfect stroke into that wall, into and out of the wall. He's got that great positioning, and nobody grabs that anchor out in front and catapults by his hands better than Michael Phelps. He's got that great, light, soft landing out in front, good, strong finish. Again, this is a pretty good indicator of where he's at. Again, early in the season, I thought it was a very, very good swim.
Well, Michael Phelps, it's good to see you.
Thanks, guys.
I don't know if you see us, but we all see you. It's great. Winning the race balanced against time. What was your expectation for this?
I mean, I'm always hard on myself.
Yeah.
But just being the first race back, I think it's okay. Probably some things to fix on, but you know, I think as a start, I think it's a good starting point. And you know, Bob and I have been working probably harder in training than we have in a long time. So I'm looking forward to what's more to come. I guess I'm excited to see. Looking forward on more to come.
You know, you've always been very hard on yourself as far as the turns go, but I thought you did a pretty good job of coming
Better
into
than
and out of
last
that.
year.
That's right.
I think I took my last stroke at the flags last year. So.
I know. So at least you hit that first 50 wall.
Yeah, you know, those are some of the things that I do try to pay attention to in workout. I guess after last year, having a turn like that, and I guess kind of right now I'm at a point where I'm focusing more on the small things, and there are from time to time where some of those things kind of slip off and you slack a little bit on those things in workout, but I'm trying to make sure I'm not gliding into the walls, and I'm working on always hitting two-hand touches in practice. So just the small things, because when you do come to a meet like this or any other meet, it really is a big difference.
Absolutely.
A big difference, Michael. Last one on this. You just competed. You're a competitor, and you hadn't competed for a long time until just now. Talk about that feeling you just had.
It's just different, this is the first time I've been, I guess, in a race since Pan Pacs. So being back in the water racing is something that I love, and something that I really do enjoy, and it does feel good to be back.
Michael, great to see you. Thank you.
Good to see you back.
Thank you.
So Michael Phelps, and I think, Rowdy, that is a big thing. You yourself as a gold medalist. There has to be the run, the rush you just felt of competition for the first time in, 9 months?
No better love than that.
Well, Michael Phelps starts. He'll have swim 4 more times this weekend. He starts in the win. Katie Ledecky goes for her 3rd already at Mesa. 400 IM next.